Hi everyone, it's Regina at Solutions 8. It is not Qasim or John today. I'm so sorry to disappoint. We thought it would be fun to have a new face up on the channel, so here I am. So today I want to talk to you about a really solid strategy that will allow you to hit your target return on ad spend, your target ROAS, on a monthly basis, while at the same time testing new products, trying to uncover additional profitable products that you can advertise with Smart Shopping, so that you can take those products and use them to continually grow your business. So it's a balancing act, right? We want to test things, which sometimes fails, and we want to use those tests to try to grow. But at the same time, we need to hit our metrics, hit our numbers every month. And as an agency, we're going to be reporting on those numbers, trying to make sure that what we're selling on behalf of the clients is profitable for them. So here's our main go-to strategy once we get to that point where we're ready to, start to find ways to grow slowly over time. So this is a client who sells low-priced products, which can be tough. With low-priced products, it's often thinner margins and difficult to make a profit on that sale because you're paying for that click every time. However, in this client's case, his target return on ad spend is only $250. He manufactures his own products, and so his margins are a little bit bigger than they otherwise would be if he was buying from like a wholesaler, for example. So $250 is our target. We don't want to go below $250. So I'm aiming in my head to stay between $250 and $280, somewhere in between that range. So what we did is for the first, I would say 4 months or so, we had all the products in one campaign. And that worked well for us because we were gathering data, gathering patterns, seeing, John Moran always likes to say the cream rises to the top. So seeing which products are going to bubble to the surface with a larger than average return on ad spend than the rest. And we were testing other things like this search campaign and other campaigns that are now paused. We might pause this one too, actually, because the return is only 62%. And I'm looking back in March, even though it's mid-April right now. So I'm looking at a full clean data in the past, and it's still 62. So I'll probably pause this and give the $10 a day to the to the Smart Shopping. Now, when I look at the Smart Shopping, what we've done is we've split the products out into 2 Smart Shopping campaigns. So we found all of the products that were hitting our return on ad spend goal or higher, and we left them in the main Smart Shopping campaign. We renamed it Top Products, which you can see right here. Then we took all of the products that were receiving a lower than our target, and we put them into a new Smart Shopping campaign. Now, it's important that you take your lower performing products out and leave the top performing products in when you do this split, because starting a new Smart Shopping campaign is always going to restart the learning algorithm, and it's going to be slower to get these up and running. So in the meantime, it's very important that your cream of the crop products that are going to be your money makers stay strong throughout that. So we gave these products their own campaign. We set the settings, the bid strategy, to target, maximize conversions with a target ROAS goal. I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to click on this one, go over here into settings, if it will let me. There we go. Sorry, maximize conversion value. I knew there was something wrong about what I was saying. So maximize conversion value with a target ROAS goal. And I set this a little bit higher than what I want to get. So 250 is the minimum target ROAS goal. I want it to get 250 or above. So I'm going to set it a little bit above because these are our star products. And these are the ones that are going to stay strong while we're doing testing. And then what we did was we gave them whatever amount of budget they can take. So we had to test this a little bit. Maybe we put $100 in first and it was getting, well over the ROAS goal. So we, upped it to 150 and now it's at 180 and it's still getting above the ROAS goal. So we might increase the budget a little bit here soon. Now, since this campaign is, in March, it got over 300%, this factors into the average in a really nice way. While in the meantime, I have this general smart shopping campaign filled with all of our low performing products. Now, not all the products are low performing. So I guess low performing isn't accurate. Some of the products, they just have never been tested. They never have received much ad spend. They never have received much impression share. And so I'm going to close this. As you can see here, what I'll do, I do this about once a month, is I come into this campaign, I add a filter, and I say conversion value divided by cost, that's ROAS, not all conversion value, but conversion value, here we go, divided by cost, is greater than. And then, again, I want my top performing products to be really top performing. So instead of 250, I want to do like a little more, 260 or 270. I'll do 260 in this case. So 2.6. And the other thing I want to do is I want to make sure I'm seeing patterns of above 2.6. So I'm trying to identify products that are going to consistently get me a nice high return. And so the way that I do this is I might do a few things. I might have a larger data set. So instead of just looking at 30 days, maybe I'll look at like the past 90 days. And actually, I'm going to go all the way up till last week, because there's a conversion delay, so I don't want to go beyond last week. And that'll get me more patterns. But then also I might want to add a filter for products that have received multiple conversions. So I would say like more than 3 is a good indication. So 4 or more. Let's see what we've got. All right, there's still quite a bit in here. Oh, some of these are inactive. They're inactive because we moved them because they exist in the other campaigns. So we had to make them inactive in this feed. So what I'll do here is I'll do product status is active, ready to serve. No, this one. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we've got a handful of new top performing products. So I will take these out of this campaign, move them to the top performing products campaign. I'm probably going to increase the budget over there a little bit. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up, it's going to do 2 things. One, it's going to open up this campaign to testing different products that it wasn't able to test before because it was too busy spending the budget on these products. So that's great because that continues our ability to test new products that aren't otherwise getting any impression share. And there's quite a bit of products. Depending on how many products you have, you'll probably find that a lot are just sitting there in the back of the feed. The algorithm isn't noticing them. They're not getting impression share. They're not getting any spend. And that's just because the algorithm's going to focus on what it knows it can get for you, especially if you have a target ROAS goal on these things, which we always do. Well, I shouldn't say always. With the top performing products, we have a ROAS goal, but in this one, we might put it on or take it off, depending on whether we need to, depending on a lot of factors, depending on whether we want to hit a budget goal for that month, or depending on whether the campaign looks like it's stagnating and it needs a fresh start. So we'll remove the ROAS goal. So we'll put that on and take that off. Okay, so the second thing it's going to do is it allows us to maintain this nice 200, well, this is a larger time period, but just last month alone, a nice 273% return, even though the majority of our products here in the general campaign are actually getting slightly below our target. So it's a nice way to scale and grow. And that's what we do. Keep in mind, if you have seasonal products, this process becomes a little bit more difficult because you'll find that every 3 or 4 months, the products that were in the top products campaign might not be doing that well that month. And so then you have to kind of make a tough decision of, okay, do I want to move it over for a while because it's going to be several months till it starts working again? Or do I want to just keep it here because the campaign is getting a good enough ROAS to justify it sitting in my top products campaign? So it does become more complicated when you're dealing with market swings due to seasonality. Yeah, that's all for today. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and good luck.